Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and this is Mama Loves You GB with my Flossmas Advent calendar. Cup of tea today after the excesses of the extremely large chocolate bar and the gin the day before. I've gone back to the good old British tea. So another fun packed video for you. We've got the threads, we've got a couple of past finishes, and we've got a beautiful freebie. We are so lucky to have this one as a freebie, and I can't wait to share it with you. But some really good news. First of all, I showed as one of my previous finishes on the 2nd of December this little pillow, this little Miss You pillow, and I'd also done the scissor fob that goes with it. And when I went to link it on the show notes, the link wasn't there anymore. I couldn't find the link that I'd used to stitch this back in the summer sometime, and lots of people were really looking for it. So what I did was I messaged Liz Matthews, and she has been very, very gracious, very kind, and got back to me pretty much straight away the next day, and she sent me a link to this chart, and I believe she's now put it back on her link tree. So you know, if you go onto somebody's Instagram or Etsy or Facebook, normally there's something called a link tree, which you click on it and it gives you links to all the things that they do. So she's put this back on her link tree and she sent me the direct link for it. So what I'll do is I will put that onto the 2nd of December's video, so that's all together and you can find it, but I'll also put it on this video as well if you're looking for that. So yeah, we've got the link back for the Miss You freebie. Oh, I feel like I'm not quite sitting right today. It's all a little bit strange. So I finished, because I finished Maria Dale last night, I decided that I was going to have a new start, and I have started the freebie chart from While Iris Naps, and I was actually just looking around to see what I've done with it. Never mind, I will put a picture there of the beautiful chart. It's a drum finish, and I haven't ironed this because it's been in my school bag today. I took it to stitch on at lunchtime, but then it was wet break and so that didn't happen at all. This is my start. So I've only got a little bit of the top border done. See, I want to be over here a bit more. And the start of one of the trees. Now this is a piece of 32 count. Excuse me, just checking. Foggy Morning by the Crafty Kitten. I got a few Crafty Kitten pieces as part of a D-stash a while ago, and I grabbed this one out because I thought it was a colour that I fancied. So it's not actually a very big piece. It's only a 9 by 12 piece, but this is going to fit on it perfectly for 32 count. I think 32 count works out something like 7.5 inches by 4.5 inches. Christina from While Iris Naps messaged me this morning, and she said that she'd had a fantastic response to the freebie chart, and loads of people had gone onto her website and found that, so that's amazing. Really happy with that. But it's a beautiful chart, so why wouldn't you? So that's my new start. Hopefully get that finished pretty quickly. It'd be nice to have that done and dusted and ready for Christmas. Okie dokie, shall we do Floss Advent calendar first? So here's my thread ring. It's getting nice. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be another one similar colour or something totally different? Have a think. What do you think? I have no idea. Right, number 4. Here's number 4. Ooh, similar tone. I actually said to Chris last night, I said, did you put all the sort of similar tone colour ones together? And he was like, hmm? And I said, did you put all the ones that are sort of the same colour? He's like, no, we didn't. So this one is by Classic Colourworks, and it is called Almost Auburn. So let's just find something white. You might be able to see a bit of scribbling on the back of this. I have to write something down. So it's looking pretty green there, but it is, I would say, like an olive green with a kind of coppery tone running through it. Don't know how well you can see that, but that is super duper. So I am more than happy to add that to my floss ring. There we go, all 4 of them together. Pop that up there. Quick drink of the tea. I'm going to save the freebie charts till last because they are so lovely. I say they because there is 12 of them. I'm going to show you my previous finishes. I have to get my scribbles back so I can remember what they actually are. So this is the first one. It actually matches my advent calendar in the background quite nicely there. So this is called Winter Band by Little House Needleworks, and it is stitched using a variety of Silks for You, sort of like the solo packs. So sometimes when they get misdyes or the dye doesn't quite match the colour, they will sell packs of 10 threads, sort of about 15-20 yards of each. And so a lot of this is stitched from one of those, so I couldn't tell you the exact colours, but you've got this beautiful alphabet here and house and the winter band there. And I'm looking forward to getting some more kind of wintry patterns, actually ones that I can get up in December or November even, and then keep all the way through till sort of February. And then I mounted this one myself, and what I did was I put some padding, you can see, I put some padding under the mount so that it's kind of got a bit of a squashy finish. And I'm still undecided whether I'm going to put something there and something there, maybe a button or something, but there wasn't anything that I had at the time that kind of sat nicely with it, so I thought I'd just leave it, and then no doubt inspiration will strike at some point. So that's my first finish. It is stitched on, I would say, 28 count and something like a khaki or something like that. I couldn't tell you exactly, it's probably just a mystery linen that I had in my stash, but there is a whole set of these. There is a spring, a summer, an autumn and a winter, so I've just got the winter one at the moment. And then my second previous finish from this year is by the Humble Stitcher on Etsy, and it is called Lucy Tucker 1829. And so I just made her into a decent sized pillow. It's probably about 8-9 inches by about 6 inches, and this is stitched on 32 count, almost like a raw. It's not quite as pale as a raw, but I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what this one is either. And it's filled with sawdust, and it says, "With my needle and my thread upon my flaxen linen, I stitched this simple gift for thee when I was only 7." Sorry, I can read, it's just it's causing a bit of a shadow. Now it's stitched in a sulky, so just one single colour of the solid non-variegated sulky, and I'll put the colour along the bottom. I'll have to go and have a look at the reel of it, but I really like stitching with sulky, really like it. It's double the thickness of DMC, so where you would use 2 DMC strands, you would only need 1 DMC strand for, start again Michelle. So where you would normally use 2 DMC strands, you would only need 1 strand of sulky because it's a 12 weight thread. So I really like it on this. So those are my 2 finishes, this one on the back. And a lady did ask me, and I'm sorry I forgot to look up your name, about how I finish my pillows, and do I back them and what do I do with them. So what I tend to do if I'm doing a pillow finish is I will put some lining on the back of the stitched bit, so some of the iron-on lining, interlining, on the back of the stitched bit, and then just put my two right sides together, sew all the way round, and then do a slit in the back to open the pillow and turn it round, or sew sort of most of the way around and leave a little gap to open, turn it inside out, stuff it, sew it back up, put it on the shelf. That's about it. I do like these little embellishments, just a little gourd pin, and just pick out a few little buttons. I've got a little stash of some really nice glass buttons that I've been picking up here and there, and so I'm really happy just to add a little something to it. So those are my two finishes from earlier this year. Right, now are we ready for the freebie? This is called Joyful World by the Snowflower Diaries. Now the Snowflower Diaries do some beautiful kind of whimsical patterns. They tend to be on the smaller side, although they do have a few slightly larger ones, but they tend to be sort of the smalls that we all like so much. They are charted in gentle arts mainly, but with DMC conversions, but you could just use whatever you've got to hand. So they are a monthly series, and I'll show you the first one. So I'm going to try not to flash too much of the pattern, but get the sewn piece in a good light. So that's January there with the little fox on, and they are, and typical, mine's been cut off just up here, 99 by 75, I want to say 99 by 75. So that's January. February with the two ducks. March with the stalk and the beautiful flowers growing up the side. April, a little bunny and a squirrel. May, a little pussycat and a kitten. Now this is my favourite. June, look at that bear and that bee skep. You could just stitch that on its own, couldn't you? Maybe not even put the June on. That would be lovely, just as a little pillow for a dough bowl. I think that's what I want for Christmas. I think I want a dough bowl. July, some fingos, as my daughter calls them, fingos. And then, oh, I've got two there. August, lovely collie dog. September, two owls. I like those two. And October, a little hedgehog and a snail. And November, very majestic peacock. And lastly, December, which is that beautiful deer and those doves. So I will put the link down below, and you can hotfoot it over to the Snowflower Diaries and download that. Now they have actually got loads and loads of freebie charts, so have a look around on there while you're there and see what other ones you might like. They also do paid for charts as well, so have a look and see what else they've got there. So this is just going to be a really quick one from me today. I've got some plans afoot for tomorrow. I thought I might, as well as everything else tomorrow, just, I'm getting a bit of a shine there, just show you a few things from this book, which is called Santa's Great Book, and it's a leisure arts book. And after I showed the reindeer. So a couple of videos ago I showed you that I'd stitched a big reindeer and that it was part of a set, and there was a sleigh, and they were all sort of stand-up ornaments. Lots and lots of people going back to me and said about how gorgeous it was, and I love leisure art Santas. There's so many really, really nice leisure art Santas. So I thought, if you don't mind, I might do a little quick flick through of this book. Not necessarily every single one, because there's loads, but just so that you can have a look and see if there's something that you might fancy in there. So anyway, do I finish with stay classy stitches or just cheerio? What do we think? Cheerio. Bye bye.